The amount of heaviness I feel at this very moment. It's not a sensation that can really be touched on because it's too inexplicable. And the Father sees it. And there are those whom He sees who are most likely going through some form of abuse, some form of tension, some form of trauma. And it's all stemming from witchcraft. But that does not negate, it does not keep you away from His love. He needs you to come to Him, not losing sight, not skimming over, not ignoring what you've avoided for quite some time. Because He's seeing what you're putting away, what you're hiding, what you're relocating out of an agenda that is always going to lead to death. And He needs you to sever it. He needs you to annihilate it. He needs you to eliminate whatever that is occupying the time that you need to spend with Him. And many would just skim over this. I wouldn't. But He's speaking to a select of individuals, and He's letting me know to tell you, you need to come to Him in regards to what He's asked you to. And whatever that He has told you to come to Him about is in regards to what you continue to ignore. And whatever you're continuing to ignore is putting a dim light on the clarity that you need from Him. Go ahead, ask the questions, because I don't mind asking questions at all. Next question. Pleasure to meet you all. As I stated, the Father, I'm blessed. I'm taking it one day at a time, per usual. I just felt the Holy Spirit so heavy. And He needs me to impart this lesson on behalf of individuals. Because He's done playing games. But He's extending a certain amount of mercy and grace towards you. Whomever this is for, He wants you to come to Him. He wants that heart of yours. And whatever that has kept your heart away from what He's asked you to, He needs you to give it to Him so you can have His heart. Because it's no joke when one is quoting certain idioms that they have set forth on indoctrination, enculturement, conditioning, neutralization, whatever that has kept one away from him due to what they've gone through within their environment that has distanced themselves away from him. Not really the other way around. Because many often overlook what's so important. And they like to just shun it. Once they shun it, they just renounce it. When that happens, you've forgotten. Because if you forget the truth, what happens? Does anybody know? If you shun the truth, what happens? I'm going to tell you. When you shun truth, you proceed to decorate yourself in the lie. Whatever the lie may be. In me, I'm just asking him to speak so I can tell y'all exactly what he needs me to inform you on. Because there's less about sugarcoating. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to beat around the bush. I'm not here for the appeasement of others. And I'm not a people pleaser. Nor am I here to convince. I'm not here to persuade. What I'm here to do is to make certain that you confront the root issues that has arisen within him. Because he's visibly seeing what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. And there hasn't been any correction. And there's always a thin line. And within that thin line that many are still on, they're continuing to go in separate directions. But for what? He's never asked you to do so. He's going to continue to keep you on the straight and narrow without you having to go into other particular territories that you don't know the name of. Blessings on your journey. But for the most part, the Father sees it, and he needs your heart to be with him. Because if you forsake him, you commit the two evil sins, which is forsaking, one. Two, is you dig a certain that won't be able to hold any water. Meaning him. You won't be able to hold him. And when that happens, you start chasing, you start seeking, you start going after what is subconsciously programmed. That is what? Conviction, identity, purpose, meaning. Start searching for it in the world, and then in others, and then in objects. Many don't see that cycle. It's funny to me. And it all leads you back down to what? Worshiping. Because deep down within us, we have to worship. We have to serve. We have to glorify. We have to exalt. If not ourselves. I don't want individuals to forget that. because it's not a game to be played with. But he's seeing what we're conducting, and he wants to make certain that you stay on the path that he's already designed for you. You don't have to focus on the steps ahead. He's never discussed the details ever. What you need to just focus on is what happens within the 24 hours in a day. Maybe a long pile of lists, but the Father doesn't want you to do this or do that just to burn yourself out, just to gas yourself out, attempting to compete. But what I realized, competition with others is just it's a form of projection, granted, it really is. But it's also another nuance, another facet. And if y'all want to donate, of course, link in this is in the description, by the way. You'll see two particular apps. Cash App, Chime, whatever the case may be. Y'all want to donate. Now, there's two nuances. Bingo. Bingo. There we go, Kevin. I didn't even have to utter it. There we go. Battling with yourself. I didn't even have to utter it. But that's so true. What I've often discovered is that many are often at conflict with themselves. So when you're at conflict with yourself, there's always, exactly, there's always some kind of leash, some chain, some wire that they gotta place onto others. For what? Because there's two choices, and within those choices lie consequences. Either one, you'll become the enemy. Two, you'll become worser than the enemy. So one acts out of arrogance, ignorance, cockiness, revenge, retaliation, anger, shame, remorse, guilt, regret. It stems from fear. Majority of these offspring of sin stems from fear. What does the offspring of sin look like? Not just the overt sin. Oh no. It relies on a dysfunctional family. The very offspring of sin is what we convey on a day-to-day basis. What we read on a day-to-day basis. No matter what the material is. But let me educate even further. The offspring of sin, for example, bingo, one right there, desire. Depending on where one's intent is, their aim and angle will often be where their heart lies. I've touched on this numerous of times. Wherever your heart lies will often be where your trajectory lies. Wherever that lies is often going to be where your choices are. Whatever decision you make, whatever step that you take, how much air that you breathe, it's all correlated together. But many have a vertical way of thinking. A vertical way of thinking is when individuals they like to separate, they like to divide, they like to craft some discord and place specific concepts that are jointed together and just pull them away. Because many fear losing control because of the pain that they felt. When one is hurt, they experience pain. And really let that sit. Hurt individuals do hurt individuals. But as you stated, Kevin, we become the very means that we hate. So when that happens, we start battling with ourselves. Really let that sit. Mm. We become the very thing that we hate when we start battling ourselves. Because we think in our minds there's no outlet. So where there lies congestion, there lies constipation, there lies this routine of clashing. Because deep down there, the individuals that are hurt are yearning to get out. They don't know how to because of the blockages, because of the blindness, because of the cloudiness, because of the less of knowledge that has clarity. Hmm. And it does not have to do nor deal with you. And I'm taking into account there is a long list. I see that list right now. Within that list, there's a lot of names, but it's still blurry. There's an individual that's writing on it. They're blurry. But I see a total of 9 names. I wonder if the number 9 represents any means to this specific individual. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Hmm. There's a kind of underlying layer there in the number 9. Let me see. But for the most part, I'm gonna let that be the last means that I had touched on for today. Love y'all. That is